Every piece of Leslie jewelry was both designed and handmade by my father, Daniel Leslie. 2015 actually marks the 40th year that my father has been working full-time as a bench jeweler. And over those 40 years, he's created hundreds of designs, each of which was created using these same handmade methods. Creating an original item takes a tremendous amount of time and effort. Each item, on average, takes anywhere from a few hours on up to 50 shop hours for him to complete. Because of the amount of time and effort that he places into producing each item, as well as the detail and precision of his work, we really consider each piece he creates to be a work of art. His most recent design was inspired by a Roman gladius. And like this gladius, each original item was created using these same methods. The design process begins with the inspiration to create a new piece. After settling on a new design, he then begins to carve the item in wax. He chooses not to use any picture or sketch for reference because often the design can change throughout the creative process. After he's satisfied with the wax carving, the item then is cast in the pre-selected material. For the gladius's blade, he chose 14-karat white gold. The cast creates a perfect copy of his original wax carving. Then the metalwork begins by polishing and grinding away any excess metal that is on the cast. Following this initial polishing, he then checks the item for imperfections and pitting in the surface of the metal. This can actually be a stressful time for him because if the cast turns out poorly, he may have to discard the item and start all over again. If he's satisfied with the metal cast, the item can then be rubber molded. This rubber mold allows him to make duplicates of his original work, as well as ensuring that his work cannot be lost. His miniature weapons actually involve an additional element of work which most pieces of jewelry do not have. For example, the handle for this gladius is made entirely from domestic water buffalo horn and bone. And each piece of horn or bone is individually hand-carved. After stacking and fitting the pieces together, he then seals the handle. Once the item is given a final polishing, it can be considered a completed piece. The very last feature that every completed item receives is Daniel's signature hallmark. This hallmark is a symbol of the time, energy, and creativity that he's poured into creating that particular item. And I know that my father considers each piece of jewelry that he creates to be a part of himself, as well as a small part of his life's legacy. Our hope is that his jewelry will become a small part of your legacy.